Excellent. Welcome to another episode of the Tea Shop, and I am beyond excited to have Charlotte Daniels and Charlotte Croslin now. But I met Charlotte once, and I was just telling Charlotte before we joined, like she's one of the most friendliest persons I know. I met her for a short, like maybe 1 hour, a long time, many years ago. Uh, and I was telling my daughter, like, if you meet Charlotte, she'll instantly become like an auntie. She'll adopt you, and that's it. You're gone forever. We won't see you again, because that's how Charlotte
Most
is.
definitely. I love kids.
Yes, yes. Welcome, Charlotte. Give us a shortened version about the present day Charlotte, and then we'll dive in and see where you grew up and talk about the Daniel's multiverse.
Sure, but before I speak about that, we actually met about two or three times, matter of fact,
Yes,
in Georgia.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. The last time was when your son was a baby.
yes, yes.
But anyway, sorry. What did you want to know?
Yeah, tell us who you are. So the way I think of this podcast is right. I think of it as like an unboxing video, pretty much, but it's not
Yeah.
toys. It's people, and it sounds weird, and but it's really like unboxing. Like, tell us who you are. Let's get to know you. I know you just a little bit, and people all across the world will watch this and get to know Charlotte. So tell us who you are. The short version, then we'll dive into the history and where you grew up and all that stuff.
Okay, well, I'm Charlotte, maiden name Daniel, and no S. And I married to Ken Croslin, and I have a daughter, Marina. Lived here since 1979. So I came here when I was 15, so I've
Wow.
practically grown up here. Yeah, so I uh, I used to I used to be a Montessori school teacher. So and I love kids, as I said. So um, yeah, and I was initially I did child development at college for a
Okay.
couple of years. And then I got married, had my daughter, and dropped out and went back and did my Montessori school teaching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I got a job doing that, and was able to take my daughter with me, which was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that for a few years, and then I did in-home childcare.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to get sick a lot,
Mm.
and I had to take leave, and there was
Yeah.
no one to watch her.
Yeah.
So I just started it at home, and that's what I did for many years till yeah.
Awesome.
So
And I forgot, I know I was bragging on Charlotte and just saying what a lovely person she is. Let's not forget Ken. Kenny is like, I think he'll just envelope you no matter where you are. If he's seeing you for the first time, both of you are like just like hug machines. Like you just attract people.
he's a big teddy
Yeah.
bear,
Yeah.
a gentle giant.
Yeah, yeah, you're such good people, and all
Ah,
like just fun people. I
thank
enjoyed
you.
my times. I know we went on a Sarvana Bhavan hunt and they were closed down. Remember that? Yeah,
I do,
yeah,
I do. But didn't we finally did
yeah,
we did go right?
yeah. We went to another Indian restaurant that was nearby. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So the funny thing about Sarana Bhavan, so when I came back to Dallas, I believe we didn't have any here in Dallas in North Texas. So I went on their website, and I think the only one that they did finally open was in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think the one's back open now. Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So I went on their website and I wrote in there how, where I'm from and how I love, and it's such a shame y'all don't have one in North Texas. And I gave them two cities that were fast developing here in
yeah,
Dallas, and we have a huge population, South Indian
yeah.
population. So it was Irving, I said Irving, Texas, and Frisco, Texas, Well, before you know it, they open one.
No way.
Yeah, now we have two.
Oh, wow. Look at
One
you.
is in Plano and one is in Irving.
Is that relatively close to where you live?
uh, Fairly,
Okay.
yeah, about 15 minutes either way,
What?
I would say. 15, 20 minutes, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we go there quite often. As you know, I live with my father, my
Yeah.
elderly father, and he
Yeah.
loves his medu vades.
Oh, yeah.
So we go there for that purpose.
Me too. That's such a rare thing, right? You don't get that over here. It's all like North Indian restaurants.
Yeah,
And yeah, yeah,
yeah, love that. And we get our dosa fix because I don't make dosas. I make idlis, but not
yeah,
dosas.
yeah, yeah,
Too hard. Idlis are easy. Throw them in a little,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know,
Do you have the
mold.
grinder at home, or do you buy the flour from
Oh
the store?
no,
Oh,
I'm
really?
not that good. I buy the ready-made. Yeah, just the ready-made. Mix it,
Yeah,
and then and steam it. That's it.
yeah.
Make some sambar, some chutney, and that's it. I'm good.
My God, Charlotte, I'm not a good. I'm not. My daughter actually is in the middle of making biryani, and I told her to. So she's done. She'll continue after this is over. So she's not like your pans and pots clanging in the background, but
Yeah,
she can follow a recipe. So I make her cook for me. I don't cook. I did make kalkals this year though, so I made
you
kalkal.
did.
Yes,
Well, I'm very proud of you. Let me see it again.
yeah. Check it out. You hear the sound. It's relatively crispy.
I'll send you my recipe. How's about that? It's actually my mom's, but
Yeah,
it's a basic
yeah,
recipe. I'll send it to you. How's
yeah.
about?
Yeah, but yeah, so Charlotte used to be my like in Breaking Bad. Charlotte was used to send the drugs over cross border from Texas to Atlanta. The Culculls,
Yeah,
all
I
legal
did
or
send.
nothing. It's my drug. So
I got with April,
yeah,
and yeah, we surprised you.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. It's my in I was known in my family and wherever my friends' houses, I was known as like the Kalkal thief. So because I would literally steal, not only just take what was offered, but probably steal more from the secret stash and load up my pockets and just eat Kalkals all day long. But
Yeah.
but yeah, you said so you came here when you were 15, right? Was that
Yes.
as a teenager, how was that for you?
Rough age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough age to come to a foreign country, and especially after studying till the ninth standard in an all-girls school, and then
Yeah.
coming to a co-ed. That was took some adjusting. Um, and it wasn't no cakewalk.
Yeah.
It was just there was a lot of challenges because
Yeah.
the way we dressed, we were made fun of. At least it was my brother and I who went. My older brother David. A lot of the Anglos know David Daniel, and we went straight into high school here.
Yeah.
10th
Yeah.
grade for me, and he was in 11th. And my younger brother it was only 9.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was made fun of with my clothes, the way and how I walked, things like that, because unfortunately it's not their fault. There weren't very many foreigners
Yeah.
back then in 1979. Literally, I can tell you, I can count all the foreigners on my hand. 5 of us. My brother and I. There was a lady from, I should say lady, a girl from Ethiopia, a boy from Pakistan, and a girl from Korea.
Oh wow.
That's it. And before us, they were like, oh yeah, there were some Indians before you, but it turned out they were both from Sri Lanka. They had just graduated. And that was it. So it's not really, they weren't educated, enough
Yeah.
to know about
Yeah.
Indians or foreigners.
Yeah.
Because they used to ask me, are you dot or are you feather?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Things like
Yeah.
that. So it was just ignorance,
Yeah.
basically just ignorance.
Yeah.
But coming from from India, I was an extrovert in plays and singing, all those things, and had tons of friends. For me, it was I became an introvert.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I remember the first time I walked into the huge, um, what do you call it? Where you go eat, the cafeteria,
Yeah.
school cafeteria, and I literally walked back right out.
Oh
I
no.
had sandwiches. Mom used to pack us little sandwiches, and I walked back out, went to the bathroom, and I closed the stall and I ate. And I
Mm.
ate from. That's how I ate my lunch. After that, for 1 year, until I made friends finally the following year.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I can't imagine. Like that. What a change. What a dramatic change. And did you move to Texas? Was that the place you moved to first?
Yes,
Okay.
straight. Yeah, straight here to Texas, Dallas. The couple that took us in, they did not know us. They did not had never spoken to us. They just opened their doors to us through the gentleman that kept us was his brother worked for my dad at my dad's job, which was the American consulate. So that's how we got
Mm.
hooked up with the couple that took us in Dallas.
No. Yeah. So you did your was did your dad get a job to move to Texas?
No, um, he no. Actually, my mom and dad did not have any jobs.
Okay.
It was like just came with our suitcases. That's it.
Oh wow.
And well, my mom was had been a homemaker for 20 years. Ever since the oldest was born,
Mm.
she stopped working. But when she came here, she was the first to get a job before my dad.
Mm.
So
Uh,
yeah, he and even started driving
oh
too right
wow.
away. Um, so my dad had to literally switch careers.
Yeah.
He first took on some computer, night jobs, uh, and those computer line work. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Where they make little uh, computer chips
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
And then he went back to school. He went to school, and he'd do that at night. The job at night, midnight shift. Get off at 8, just run little errands for my mom and him, and then he'd go to sleep, eat, go to sleep,
Yeah.
wake up, go to school.
Mm.
Yeah, from 6 to 10,
Yeah.
and then go back to midnight work.
My
And
God.
when he finished his computer science, he got a job at IBM.
What a story.
Yeah,
What?
it's not all
Yeah.
peaches and cream. Just
Yeah.
you gotta work hard
Yeah. But what a
and
story. What a guy.
persevere.
As an adult now, do you see that in a different light? Like how as a 15-year-old Charlotte, the world changed dramatically. But for your dad, he was in a different world. He had different tensions on his head, right? And
Yeah,
he persevered, and um, he did so much, right? As an adult, that probably has got to like blow your mind, like to think of like these are the things adults deal with, and sometimes they don't let the children know. But he did all these things and was successful. He worked hard. What a testament! What a great story about your dad.
yeah.
You know?
He each of us had our breakdowns.
Yeah.
Mom wanted to come back
Mm.
to India
Yeah.
right away because it was difficult. In India, you know how you have your a servant for this and a servant for that, and you
Yeah.
send your laundry out to the Dobie and things like
The
that. Here,
Dolby.
you do it all yourself. So, and we kids were still young, but
Yeah.
we all started pitching, and we had to pitch in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it made it happen.
Every time I speak with someone, I hear some word that I haven't heard in ages. Like the last
What?
time I spoke, somebody said chatty, and like chatty is not my daily vocabulary. I don't go around, and suddenly you said doby. Like I haven't heard that word in ages.
Yeah. Dobies, Ayas,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We were spoiled.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Totally spoiled.
where did you live when you were in India?
In India, in St. Thomas Mount is where we grew
Oh,
up.
really?
Yeah, I was
Nice.
born in Little. I'm sorry. I live. That's my house here. Little Mount,
Got yeah, yeah, yeah.
the other little. Yeah, Little Mount. You know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born there, and then we moved in '69 from there to St. Thomas Mount.
Okay.
Yeah, um, I went to St. Dominic's
Okay.
Girls' School.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
the
you?
first year or so, almost a year, I was bused. We were bused from Little Mount to St. Dominic's back and
Mm,
forth. Yeah, I was only 5, and then we moved to St. Thomas Mount.
cool. See, they're pretty close, right? I don't know. I know I've been to both places because I have cousins who live in
Little
both.
Mount?
Yeah. No, they're not
I
relatively
couldn't tell
close.
you how far it is. I just remember Butt Road and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down. That's
yeah,
about all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you were in St. Dominic's till you left. Was that
Yes,
okay?
from first standard through ninth. I
Yeah.
completed ninth, and then we left in. We came here just in time to enroll us in school here,
Yeah.
which started, of course,
Yeah.
back then in September after Labor Day.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, back then was after Labor Day.
Huh.
So we came here in August,
Okay.
yeah,
How
of
did you
'79.
how did you react when you first heard the news? Like, hey, we might be going to Texas.
So my dad sat us down at the dining table. I remember we were each given papers and pens, and we had to write our pros and our cons as to whether we. And it was up to us really. If we didn't want to go, he wouldn't have accepted the consulate's visa that they were offering him. Because he had completed he was almost completing 20 years of service
Oh,
with the
wow.
consulate,
Yeah.
and they offered him this visa to take his
Oh, wow.
family. And he's like, "What would I do over there?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anybody."
Yeah.
So yeah, they. Sorry, I digressed a bit, but yeah, they. Believe it or not, let me go back a little bit. There was 3 places that they told us were booming towns back in '79. Was Chicago and Dallas, and those are 2 of our choices. But one of the American ladies who at the consulate who sponsored us wanted us to go to her city, which was Little Rock, Arkansas.
Mm,
So yeah, that would have been a doozy, wouldn't
yes.
it? But yeah, so we but my dad chose Dallas finally because, like I said, the gentleman who worked at the gates, he was the guard at the consulate gates.
Yeah.
His brother
Okay.
lived here in Dallas. That was how it was happened.
Yeah.
But could you remind me what you asked me in the first
Oh, I
place?
was. Yeah, no worries. So I was asking, like, how did you feel? What was your reaction? Was it excitement, a little bit of fear when you first heard, like,
Right.
hey, we might be moving?
We did want to. The
Yeah.
kids did.
Yeah.
We kids did, and our pros were more than our cons,
Yeah.
and it was decided, and that we would move, and so yeah, we started selling our thing, and yeah, giving away all our
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It can be exciting, you know.
It was
It's an
exciting
adventure.
and
Yeah.
sad,
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
leaving all our friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever fly before then, or was that your first flight?
Never had.
So that was your
That was
first
our
flight
first
as well.
flight on
Yeah.
Pan American.
Pan. Wow. All the classics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pan American, good old Pan American. And towards the end, from New York to Dallas, it was quite empty.
Yeah.
I remember my younger brother and I, we had no clue. We just ran up into the first class. We just spread out and just had fun. And
Look
they
at
didn't say
you.
anything to us.
Your
Yeah.
first flight and it was first class, and you could run around.
Oh, just in, the last leg of our
Yeah,
journey.
yeah,
We had no clue that was first class.
yeah,
we just went walked through the plain because it was
Yeah.
quite empty back
Yeah.
then.
Now,
But
is
yeah.
your you said you have a brother and a younger sibling, right? Or,
Yes.
okay. All still in Texas, in the Texas area?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Still here.
The
No one
da-
moved.
the Daniels multiverse. I want to talk about that. So, so you're the St. Thomas Mount Daniels. It feels like no matter where you live in Madras, you know a Daniel. I'm not sure if they're all related, um, but I call it the
Who do you
Daniel
know? Let me
multiverse.
ask you this, and now I can tell you if we're related or not.
Well, I know. Well, as soon as I say it, I forget his name. He played guitar. He wasn't Perambo. He played in the church. Uh,
Denver?
Denver Daniel. Yes.
Okay.
Re- re-
That's, yes.
relation?
That's our Perambo Daniels.
Okay.
And then we had the Roy Petter Daniels.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's where my dad's
Oh, from
childhood
Roy
home
Petter?
was. Roy Petter, yeah.
Okay.
Originally from Roy Puram.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, and then they moved to Roy Petter and settled down.
Is your dad like a Madras native or like the Tamil Nadu native, or did he move from somewhere else? That's
Born
where he
and
was
raised.
born,
Yep.
in the Roypuram area, especially?
He was born in Roy Puram,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. You mentioned with the Daniels everywhere.
Yeah.
That's because there's nine children from my dad's side,
Yeah.
12 from my mother's,
Oh, wow.
and they're
Yeah.
the Smiths. So
Mm.
on here,
Yes.
everyone will know the Smiths also. Ballantyne, Soanes. You might know
Yeah.
any Soanes, you know?
Uh,
I think you do.
the last name Dominic Soanes.
Yep,
Yep.
that's my cousin.
Oh, wait, really?
On my mother's side, like I said, we're huge.
And the Soanes are a large family as well.
Yeah, that's my mother's youngest sister, one of the youngest sisters,
Yeah. Yeah.
Joan Soanes. Yeah.
I think Dominic Soanes' dad was a teacher in St. Mary's, and
I thought he was in the railways, but I
I
might be
don't know, getting
mistaken.
mixed up. I know I
Yeah,
have to
he was in
check.
the
Oh,
railways.
really? I know I had some
Wait,
Soanes as a teacher in St. Mary's.
don't quote me on that. I'm
Okay.
not quite sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do not know the Soanes. You were related to the Soanes as well. Yes, I know quite a few of them. Yeah,
Yep.
that's amazing. Yes, I know Denver. He's a really and the Daniel clan as well. Like all talented people. Like he was like one of the best guitarists in not just Paramore area, but whenever
Yeah,
he played at the church, he was really good.
I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get to meet him when he was older, when Ken and Marina, my daughter, and I went down to India. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you haven't met probably all your cousins, or what, have you met all your cousins?
The Daniels and Smiths, yes.
Okay.
So there's a few Smiths side of my mother's side I
Yeah.
don't believe I've met,
Yeah.
but for most part everybody yeah,
Yeah.
we've met, and some of them have come here and I've got to
Oh,
meet them.
nice.
So yeah.
So did your dad tell me how much of your dad do you know? Like how far back? What's his parents, were they, or like which school did he go to in Roypuram?
No, not he was a child when he was in Royborough.
Okay.
When they came to Roy Petter, he was 7. So then he started at, I want to say St. Kevin's. I'm not sure what that school is
Yeah.
in Roy Petter. And then he was in St. Bede's as a
Okay.
boarder.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All 3 brothers were in
Yeah.
a boarding school in St. Bede's.
Yeah. Boarding school.
Um,
Okay. Nice. Yeah. That I think that gives you some level of independence, right? Going to the boarding school at an early age, it's like the equivalent of moving out here, because you're away from your parents and you already have to deal with
yeah.
this. So moving to the US was probably not, well, it is stark difference, but at least he had some experience. He did not go from like staying at home and then moving
Right.
to another country. He had that level of independence, fend for yourself kind of mentality already.
And he's till today he's quite disciplined because of it.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Yeah. Boarding school will do that to you.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still today he is
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So wow, and what's your dad's name?
Herman.
Herman.
His first name Francis, but he goes by the middle name
Okay.
Herman.
And your mom?
Yeah. Her full name is Magdalene. She
Okay.
went by Maggie.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Herman and Magdalene. That's a strong name,
Yeah.
right? That's a strong name. I love it. And so you moved here when you were 15 and you went to high school, but it got better. Did you get to be an extrovert? The extrovert Charlotte come out after a year or
Oh yeah.
two? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it did. Once I made friends,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, had tons of fun with them, and yeah, it was fun.
So you grew up here in the 80s. So is there like probably Kenny probably has seen pictures of Charlotte with the 80s hair and were you
Uh,
into all that 80s like the crazy hair and the bright neon um, craze?
Not too much of
Really?
it. Yeah, not too much of it.
Okay.
No. Um, I mean, by 82, I had graduated from high school,
Yeah.
so I was driving, and yeah, I did buy a few things, but not too much.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because once you once we finished high school, my dad was like, "Okay, go get a job, or
Yep.
go to college, go get a job, go get your own car, go get your own insurance. You're on your own, and pay rent."
Yeah.
And
Yep.
pay rent. So
Oh,
that's what
wow.
we
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought my car. I went to got a job. I don't know if you remember. Maybe they were already gone by the time you came to America. Montgomery Ward.
No, don't remember.
Oh, okay. April might know, but it's that's where I worked.
Okay.
Yeah. I worked there, and that's where I met Ken.
At Montgomery Ward. Nice.
At Montgomery
Okay.
Ward, yeah. It's kind of like Sears and Roebuck,
Okay.
Sears,
Okay.
that category
Yeah.
of department stores.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're long gone though, sadly.
Yeah. That's awesome. So your dad is fascinating. Like I'm always learning like parenting from other people. I take the good tips, but that like given that he went to boarding school and he made such a big move, like I'm also an immigrant, right? But when I talk to other people, and especially this one other person I was talking with, and he grew up here, but he was always fascinated by immigrants because they have to work extra hard.
Yeah,
Nothing special, but it's a big move, right? It's
it's a
and then you
huge
have to
sacrifice.
adapt. Yeah,
Huge
yeah,
sacrifice because he was doing it for his family
yeah,
to,
yeah,
give us a better life.
yeah,
Because he was doing very well in the consulate.
yeah,
He didn't need to leave.
yeah,
He
yeah,
did it for us,
yeah,
kids.
yeah, and telling you to get a job and pay rent might sound harsh, but there are lessons to be learned. You know,
Exactly.
you know,
I learned a lot of responsibility.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean, today, I don't know if kids could afford it now, but
yeah,
I had a car. I made my car payment. I
yeah.
had my own car insurance,
Wow.
paid my own gas,
Yeah,
had my own health insurance, my a job, and
yeah,
all this right after college, like
yeah,
maybe 19 or so,
yeah,
18, 19.
yeah.
So, yeah, you can't do that nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You grew up pretty quickly and pretty sensibly, right? You out of college, your own car, and
Right.
making your payments and gas and like
Even though it
that's
was
pretty
used, it was my
self-sufficient.
car,
Yeah,
new to me.
yeah, absolutely.
I had a Mustang, by the
Oh
way.
wow! Look at what
Yes,
first
I
class, then
did.
Mustang, Charlotte.
I drove in style. It was a 1980. I
Oh
think it was an
wow,
80 Mustang. Yeah. So,
nice. Nice. And,
yeah.
and so Kenny walked up one day and said, "What are you driving there, Charlotte?" Hey, I'm Kenny, by the way. How did you
No,
guys
he used to
meet?
come. I used to work at the jewelry department.
Okay.
So he used to come around and wink at me. And he thought I was Hispanic. And he'd come to my counter with this old beat up Casio watch, the
Yeah.
plastic watch,
Yeah.
just for me to fix it. Oh, he needs a battery. Oh, and he needs this. It was just all,
Yeah.
just to talk to me. Um, and yeah, and then I asked him out. I asked him out on a because someone at work was hooking me up with a blind date. I'm not, I didn't know anything about blind dates and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
So I said, "Would you escort me to this party? No strings attached." 35 years later, I'm married. long, long time
Yeah.
to this man.
Yeah. Wow. How long did you
Yeah.
guys date before you were married?
Um, well, we dated for maybe about, I think about 6 months
Okay. Oh,
to,
wow.
maybe a little more than that. Oh, okay. He's putting up some fingers here. 9 months, he says.
9 months?
And then we were sitting in a park in a car, just chit chatting, and we're like, you want to get married? You want to get married? Sure. But I said, you have to come and ask for my hand in marriage.
Yeah.
That's the way it is in my family. So you better come and ask my dad.
Yeah.
So he came all dressed up.
Did he come with a Casio watch or?
Oh, let me go back to that story about the Casio watch. So I felt so sad for him because he always had like toned jeans, cut off t-shirts, and
Yeah.
this old watch. I bought him a watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a very expensive watch, but I
Yeah.
bought him a watch. And it turns out this man actually comes from a nice family with a swimming pool and all of that. Like you could afford this watch. Oh, but
Hilarious.
yeah, it was love at first sight, I suppose.
Nice, nice. So you guys dated for 9 months. I'm just putting the timeline together. If you were to look at your life in the timeline and like all these major events happening so close together, like
Yeah.
rapid change for you, right?
Yes, actually, 10 years to the date from coming to America, I got married.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then it was in 80s, so it was like, we were so young.
Yeah.
I was 24. He's actually 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
Uh, so we were pretty young, yeah. I've known him since he was 19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I before we married and even after we married, 12 days later he turned 21. So I was buying his beers and because but they used to card me.
Hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, we've been happily married for 35 years now
Yeah. So when you
and
got married and
counting.
when you raised your kid, because you were here when you were 15,
Yeah.
there was eh, when you got married and you had your kid, there was no probably no sense of like you probably lost that sense of like, hey, this is a interracial marriage, or was that anything? But you were acclimated by then, right? Or was there anything like, okay, I'm
I
raising a
was.
kid? Yeah.
I dated. I even dated a boy from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
I did date, but everybody I brought home to my parents, always did, because I was looking to see how he was, react with my parents,
Yeah.
with the food,
Yeah.
all of that, and Ken came along, and absolutely no prejudice
Yeah.
in his heart at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
My parents loved him.
Yeah.
My mother fed him like crazy. Biryani was every
Oh
Sunday
my
at
God.
our house.
Yeah.
And yeah, and they loved him. My
Yeah.
dad gave me his blessings right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
you had kids, like you probably so when you had Marina, right? Is
Marina,
it spelled
yes.
like the beach?
Uh, Half,
Okay.
right.
How do you spell it?
No, no. It was partially
Got
because of
okay.
Marina Beach,
Okay.
because of my background,
Yeah.
and we both love Star Trek.
Okay.
So the original Star Trek, Marina Sirtis
Okay.
was her name, and she was Deanna Troy.
Okay.
If there's any Trekkies out there, Deanna Troy, her real name is Marina Sirtis.
Okay.
So that That's
Okay.
how we came up with the name. It's
Okay.
like,
I like
okay, a
it.
little of
That's
both worlds,
there you go. There's an intercultural mix.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Are you both big Trekkies? Do you have like Trekkie ornaments on your tree? Are you
We have a special tree just for his ornaments, let me tell you.
really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
He
I've
has a
only
huge
had
collection.
Yeah, I have another friend on Facebook, and he has like it's Christmas, and he'll put up his whole Star Trek ornaments. He has everything. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. So you are big
And even
Trekkie
on the
fans.
top is
Yeah.
one of those big ones as a star. Yeah, it's on the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and next year I'll have to take a picture and send you.
Yes. Yes.
Post it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's quite
So
proud of his collection, yeah.
so when did you have Marina?
Marina in 93.
In '93. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And did she grow up? I'm talking to a bunch of people, right? I'm trying to get
Yeah.
my daughter to tell me more. Like, not that it's a big deal. I'm just curious to because I leave for me. I kind of ignore it a little bit. Like, do you walk around in your life knowing that you're some semi Anglo-Indian or whatever? What does that mean? Anything to you even? And I ask my daughters this. They don't think about it much, right? I think so. What did Marie? Did you ever was was your parenting ever influenced by being Anglo-Indian in the sense like I'm going to teach her these things that are near and dear to me? Did that play a role in any way?
I didn't really need to teach her because my family,
Yeah,
was very Anglo.
yeah,
The cooking and the way we
yeah,
talk, and
yeah.
when she was 5 is when the rest of the family arrived here. My dad's 2 brothers and
Okay,
a wife and kids.
yeah,
So that's Denver's father and and 2 of his siblings. By then, Denver had reached 18, so he couldn't come to America.
mm,
So anyway, and then my dad's older brother. So with all that influence,
yeah,
she didn't need
yeah,
to really. I would say she identifies more towards my family, even though she knows she's,
yeah,
uh, you know,
yeah,
she's American, half white American.
yeah,
So, but and she loves Indian food,
yeah,
yogurt and rice and chicken, butter chicken, and she
yeah.
makes naans and she cooks
Oh
chicken
wow.
curry and she'll cook all of
Yeah,
that. Yeah, oh yeah, she can cook that, all of that food that she loves.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I also think I having that family, also, the Daniel clan are just big-hearted people. I think they're just big in character presence, right? So,
yes,
so it partly she couldn't escape it if she wanted to, even
right.
right? Because they're so jovial, so loud, so fun. It's just like let's just hang out, right? You
Yeah,
know?
it's the fun side,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, she has fun with Ken's family,
yeah,
of course. But yeah, when she totally relaxes and
yeah,
enjoys herself.
yeah. Awesome.
So
Do you?
when
Sorry,
I
go
was going to
ahead.
tell you when she was in kindergarten,
Yeah,
she was still getting used to who she was, the father being American and me from
yeah.
India. So she went and told her teacher that she is American Indian. American
Yeah,
Indian. In a
yeah,
little 5-year-old's
yeah,
mind, she's
yeah,
American Indian.
yeah,
So the teacher asked me, "Are you Native American?" I said, "No, no, we're not." This is how she associates
yeah,
both
yeah,
cultures.
yeah, yeah. It's amazing. So does she think of like does she think like what's her identity? I know it's so complicated for her, right? And probably
Yeah.
you might not be able to speak for her, but do you have any clue of how she identifies? Does she have any? I know she's American, and that's how that's what you are. But does she claim any Anglo? She has to, right? It's embedded in her by the Daniel clan, right?
She does.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think she does.
good.
And it helped that we took her, we've only been back to India, um, at least I should say, I've been back only twice,
Oh, really?
which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. But I took Ken and Marina. Marina was only 11 at the time.
Okay.
So that helped, I think,
Yeah.
also to see
Yeah.
see Madras and then
Yeah.
we went to Goa, so she got to see that part of
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
'Cause I have family there too. But yeah, so it was quite an adjustment, though, would say, in
Yeah.
India.
Oh, really?
We went for a month,
Mm.
and the first 2 weeks was rough
Yeah.
because back then not everybody had flushing
Yeah.
toilets, and
Yeah.
she had a little difficulty with that. But after that, she just uh,
Yeah.
didn't want to come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she cried.
Oh, wow.
She would not touch a morsel on the flight home
Mm.
until she saw LA
Yeah.
out of the window,
Yeah.
and she's like, "I want a burger." After all of that, we were so worried about her crying and not
Yeah.
eating on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah. One
yeah,
month is a good amount of time, I think, to.
we were there during the tsunami, by the way.
Oh, really? That's when you were? My God. Were
Yes,
you in Goa or in Madras at that point in
we were
time?
in Madras. We were
Okay.
actually a mile from the beach.
Oh, wow. No, we're
Yeah,
really.
yeah. So we were getting calls. We had just come back from I think it was a party of some sort in Roypuram. We'd come
Mm.
back late, early hours of the morning,
Yeah.
like one something, and we was exhausted. Just went straight to sleep, and the phone rang in the. It was a, what do you call it? Um, Not a hostel, but it was
Lodge.
a little lodge
Yeah.
in Roypetter. So the phone rang, and I said, I told Kenny to go pick it up. I don't know why I did that. He picked it up and he came back. He hung up and he came back and he said, "Oh, they're speaking in some language," and he came back to bed. They were telling us to get out. The tsunami had just hit,
Mm. My God.
and we slept through it. And then the next morning, everybody was calling us,
That was 20
"Don't
years
go
ago.
near the beach. Don't go near the beach." They're like, "Why? Why? What's going on?" Yeah.
Mm.
So it was a scary time because we were trying to call back home,
Yeah.
and there was no service.
Yeah.
20
So
years ago
somehow
yesterday.
he managed to get through, and everyone here had no clue. They hadn't heard about the tsunami yet
Yeah. Okay.
in America.
Mm.
So they had no clue. He thought he was kidding. He was joking.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Were you
20
guys
years ago
trapped there for
yesterday.
any amount of time? Could you leave, or were you
Well,
stuck in that
luckily we
log?
had family right then
Okay.
in Roypetter, so
Okay.
we went to stay with them. And after that, we bought our tickets to go to Goa.
Hmm.
The opposite side, wasn't touched by the tsunami.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we took off and went there for a week or so.
Wow.
But
That's
the only thing
crazy.
regretful was, you know, uh, the devastation
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah. It was crazy. That's yeah. I think
crazy.
we went the year after that, and we still were able to see. We went to Mahabalipuram, and it was insane. The funny thing was, most after every dance, my friends and I would go to the beach and hang out at Marina Beach, and yeah, if I was there, most likely all our friends would have gone to the beach and just hung out after the
We
dance.
wanted to.
Yeah, yeah,
That
it's a
was in the
common thing.
plans.
Oh,
It
really?
all we couldn't go because of the tsunami.
Yeah,
I wanted to show Marina, but when we drove
yeah,
by in our little auto rickshaws, I said, "That's Marina Beach. We'll go there one of these days."
yeah,
We never got to
yeah.
go
Oh, wow.
because it's all underwater.
So, so I know you left as a teenager, but did your mom teach you? Is Christmas any different? What's different with Christmas? Do you miss anything? I mean, you can cook. Lucky for you, so you can do whatever you're not. If you want to make something, you can make it.
Right.
But is there any cultural thing that you carry? Like, do you guys carol at home? I saw you guys singing. So somebody got a violin or a viola. I don't know the
It
differences,
was a
but
violin.
it is a
He's
violin.
really
Okay.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
he was
proud of
really good.
him.
Who is that?
That is one of my actually, it's Denver's youngest sister's
Okay.
son, oldest
Okay.
son,
Okay.
Nathan. Yeah,
Yeah. Talented people. Like the Daniels are just
he is very
talented people.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that just it just happened because he had a violin, or do you guys just carol during Christmas? Is that a
Oh
thing?
yeah,
Oh,
we
really?
have tons. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
sing Christmas carols, play games. But this time we didn't get to because there's so much going. We
Yeah.
did so much, but yeah,
Do you
we
still make
do the white
cul-
elephant game.
yeah. Do
You're
you,
familiar with that?
yeah.
The
Yep.
white elephant, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Do you still make culkals and all this Christmas sweets or is
Oh
every now and
yeah,
then?
I
Oh,
took
really?
over for my mother when she couldn't, knead the
Yeah.
flour, the dough
Yeah.
anymore. So I took over when Marina was younger,
Yeah.
and I've been making it since. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
Do you
I'm sorry, go ahead.
tell me?
No, I was going to say, Ken bought me a few years ago one of those big mixers,
Okay.
um, and that really helps me
Yeah.
a lot. You don't have to sit there and
Yes.
knead the dough because
Yes.
the more you knead, the softer the dough gets.
Yeah.
Your calcals get too. So this makes my work so much easier. It's
Exactly.
just the rolling and the frying takes.
Yeah.
If it's this year, we usually have calcal rolling parties.
Nice.
Yeah, I just get everybody come on over, buy them pizza, and we make have Christmas carols going, and we make it a whole night because I also do rum balls,
Yeah.
and that's another thing I do.
Yeah.
So this year Ken and I did it alone because everybody had things going on over the weekends.
Yeah.
So it took us four nights.
Oh, wow. You guys
Yeah, I
make a
usually
big
make
batch.
like 4 batches.
Mm.
Yeah, I make a lot.
Wow. Yeah, that's so fun. I missed that. But I'm glad I took my kids for Christmas to India and they were able to sit down and make kalkals. And when we were little and we would make kalkals, like my mom, I think she's like a germaphobe. Like if once we sat down, we were not allowed to get up. Like
Oh, to go wash
because
your hands.
yeah,
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 make sure you.
yeah.
Yeah,
But when I took my son when he was little, he was
yeah.
like slapping the door on his knees and doing all like, like we would have got a slap on our knees if we had to do
I
anything
know.
different. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That was the. It's not always the rolling ones. I don't know if your mom ever did these. They're more of the going way of making it. My mother used to also take dough and roll it out on a
Yeah.
on a on a, chapati board
Oh, really?
and then cut little squares and then you
Okay.
pick it up like a fortune cookie almost.
Hmm.
So it's like a
Yeah.
pretty little fortune cookie,
Yeah.
and then fry them. And that's another way of making them.
Yeah. Oh,
You
that's
don't want to
nice. I've
just
never seen
roll.
that. Yeah.
Oh, you've never seen that?
Oh,
Okay.
no. No. I thought the only variation in kalkals was the icing or non-icing, but that's
Oh,
interesting.
I did not. I was. You know what? You just reminded me. I was supposed to ice some of those, and I didn't do it.
What's Kenny's favorite Christmas or Christmas sweet? Is it kalkals or
Rum balls and
the
the
rum
rum
balls?
cake. Okay,
Okay.
so when I make my rum balls,
Yeah.
he goes behind me. It takes just the light rum. He's
Yeah.
laughing over here. The actual recipe is with light rum.
Yeah.
He goes after I've rolled it, and he goes behind and he gets like he used to do Old Monk, which
Oh, Monk.
yeah, he loves Old Monk, but now they have some other dark rums, and he goes and drizzle all over. So it's extra special.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
It's
think you can ship that
extra
across
rummy.
state lines even.
But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
that and rum cake.
Yeah.
So
I know you guys, the perfect blend of cultures was when you told me for Thanksgiving, Kenny made a tandoori turkey.
yes. So, our family and even myself, I'm not a big turkey fan.
Yeah.
So once he started doing that, and it's not the whole turkey, he cuts it up
Okay.
and marinates it,
Yeah.
and then he grills it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's grilled.
Mm.
He does that's his job. Both the turkeys are his job. I do
Okay.
sides. But he does a herb turkey in garlic herb turkey
Oh,
in the
wow.
oven, and then he grills it just before we go over to whoever's house. We grills the turkey, the tandoori turkey,
Yeah.
and everybody's a fan of in
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That
nice and
tandoori turkey.
spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. What else did you impart on Kenny, like the Anglo-Indian way?
Food wise,
Yeah.
he loves biryani, mutton biryani.
Mm.
Yeah, he loves the marrow bones. He loves mutton kormas.
What is he not like?
Absolutely nothing,
Oh,
really.
really?
He loves everything.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just, yeah, he'll eat anything actually. Oh, well, I will say fish.
Okay.
He'll eat fried fish, but he won't eat fish curry.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. The
Yeah,
texture
Meat
probably.
fish.
And Marlene,
maybe, I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm not
Is
sure.
is Marina like is she a picky eater or will she eat most everything?
She used to be.
Indian food. Okay,
She
really?
used to be, yeah, but now she'll eat most everything. Yeah, she will eat everything.
Are you guys spicy eaters?
Um, we like it spicy, but now that we're getting older,
Yeah. Yeah.
can't eat too much spice anymore.
Awesome. So tell me, do you guys speak? I know you within like does I'm more curious about how you raise your kids. Do they speak like Marina? You only have one kid. Does she speak in Anglo phrases? Has anything rubbed off on her? Does she whip out Dobie all of a sudden?
No,
No.
no, unfortunately, not Marina,
Okay.
but I'll tell you who does.
Yeah.
My husband,
Oh, really?
Kenny does. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
it is hilarious because he will bring out something. He just, I don't know where he gets this. I think it's from remembering what my mother used to say.
Yeah.
My dad was never said any Anglo-Indianisms.
Mm.
I grew up never hearing him speak that way. Uh, yeah, just my mother,
Hmm.
but my dad, no.
Yeah. And you take care of your dad. No, that's so good.
I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, he's 90.
What? Really?
My dad's 90.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Actually, in April it'll be 91. It's gone by so fast.
Oh,
But
wow.
he, it was COVID
Mm.
uh, that really,
Yeah.
he's on oxygen.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
COVID
still
took it.
today.
Did you
Long-term
guys get?
oxygen
Yeah. How do you
use.
guys manage with? Is the whole? Do you guys live nearby? Like you have a decent amount of Daniels in the area, right? You all
We're
relatively close.
so we live in Carrollton, Texas,
Okay.
and we're all spread out around Carrollton.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have a house in Little Elm,
Okay. Okay.
but we currently live in Carrollton with my father taking care of him. After my mother passed
Yeah.
in 17,
Mm.
that's when we moved in with my dad.
Okay. In
Yeah,
2017. Okay.
just Ken
How
and I.
how was that? I know it's a tough subject, right? Because I think about that sometimes. I know my parents are not here, but um, sometimes I have these morbid thoughts about myself, right? When I die, like what happens? Like, do I? Of course, I'm going to be here, right? I'm going to be buried here, but I feel like my family. It's a difficult thing. Like even marriage, right? I got married. Nobody came. I got married here, but my family wasn't here.
Yeah,
So when major events like that happen, it's got to be tough for the families in India, right?
yeah.
It must have been a tough time, and I don't want to dwell too much on it, but I'm sure it was tough for you guys, right?
For when my dad got sick.
Yeah, your dad got sick. There's people like they just
And my
cannot.
mom passed.
Yeah,
Well, thankfully we had, like we said, we have family here, the
yeah,
dad's family at least,
yeah.
and a cousin, one of my mother's nieces in New Jersey, and she came down to
Okay.
help out when my mom passed.
Yeah,
But uh, yeah, it is difficult, but
yeah,
we had each other, and
yeah,
that got us through that. And even though family is so far apart,
yeah,
Australia and
yeah.
India and England, and
Exactly. Yeah,
um, it's we're all still so close.
yeah,
The love and the prayers and
yeah,
the support we
yeah,
still feel.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
most definitely.
yeah,
So yeah, speaking about when you got married. When I got married, Ken and I married, I didn't have family other than my mother and my
yeah.
father and
Mm,
my brothers.
yeah.
my two brothers, and that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
I had mostly friends on my side of the
Yeah.
aisle,
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
pews, yeah.
Yeah.
But and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, 1999, and we had tons of family. 1999.
Is Marina like you, like especially immigrants have stories for the children, and did Marina ever grow up hearing you say like, when I was your age, when I was 15, I did this big event. When I was in college, did she
Yeah.
get tired of hearing the story? Yes, mom, we get it. I get it.
Yeah, I have in the past. You know, you have so much right now. Can you imagine what we didn't have all of this?
Exactly.
We had to read books.
Yes.
We didn't have TV.
Yep.
It talking about books. There was my every summer in India. My dad used to take us to a bookstore off Lloyd's Road
Hmm.
by Roy Betta, and there was a place called I think it was called Rent Library Rentals or something like that. Um, just uh, just he'll get us tons of books, like
Yeah.
comic books and story books,
Yeah.
and that's what we used to read it because it
Yep.
was so hot in the
Yep.
summertime, and it was so quiet in our living room, and we had friends come over.
Nice.
Some of our good close friends, neighbors, when the Rings,
Mm.
they're all in Australia. But yeah, they all used to come over, and it was a library in our
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. And you're in a
We loved
library right
it.
now. Are you s- are you still a big reader?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not. Too
Well,
much Facebook.
yeah. Well, your dad really instilled some good values, good parenting, right?
Yeah,
Like right from when you were little, like reading is a good gift. Again, reading is not a harsh thing, but encouraging you to read is half the battle, right? Most successful people read,
yeah.
right? Your creativity. Did you read a lot? Did you ever use that to cope when you moved here when you were 15? Did you go back to your books?
Uh, Not a lot, but yeah, some little bit, not
Yeah,
quite.
yeah,
I wasn't much a reader when I got
yeah,
here.
yeah,
It's just trying to, just adjust. It
yeah,
was, yeah, just trying to adapt
yeah,
was
yeah.
hard. So,
Oh,
yeah,
awesome, Charlotte. I won't keep you, but yeah. Is there anything else? I'm fascinated by. I just want to hear your story. I know we've met a couple of times. You were the first Anglo I met uh, over
yeah.
here. And I was like, "What? This is like a unicorn, right?" Um, and I actually found out like my childhood friend. I used to go to school with her. She also is not too far from me. She lives in Georgia. Like, what are the odds? But
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, I need to get in
Nice.
touch with her. Yeah, but you were the first Anglo I met here in the States,
Yeah.
and just great people. And
Back
I,
at ya.
what's that?
I said back
Thank
at
you,
ya.
thank you. And I'm really fascinated with parenting. I like hearing stories about people talking about their parents. And knowing what kind of people your mom and dad were, and it's really fascinating that your dad like brought you up well, you know,
Yeah.
right? Encouraged you to read, pay your rent, get a job, and made you self-sufficient, right?
Yeah.
That's so good. I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to make my kids pay rent if
It
that nice
wasn't
auntie,
much.
that nice auntie
Well,
Charlotte that I was
120,
bragging about.
150 or something like that. But,
Yeah, but still, right? You had to
it's
shell it
it,
out. Yeah.
it teaches you responsibility of how to handle your money,
Yes.
balance your checkbooks, back then,
Yeah.
checkbooks,
Yeah.
run a bank account,
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Is Marina in college, or is she done with college? Or?
No, yeah,
Okay.
she's in between jobs right
Okay.
now.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Excellent. Yeah. Thank you for chatting. I know Ken somewhere. Thank you, Ken, for helping out. And I know Ken was encouraging you. First of all, I want
Yeah,
to say, like
I know.
when I asked Charlotte to come talk with me, Charlotte said like, well, I don't have any great story, and that's the beauty of it, right? I, uh, just normal people have interesting stories. We got to know about your dad, right, Charlotte? So I'm so
Yeah,
glad that and we got to hear about your struggles and your story when you're 15, right? It's documented now, so you don't have to be like Mother Teresa, and that's what I told you. Like, you don't have to be like
I'm no Mother Teresa.
win an award. Like, you don't have to be
Yeah,
known globally, right? You have a unique story, and it's so great to
true.
hear that. You know,
Yeah,
you know.
I
So
just,
we,
I know I was very nervous to come
yeah,
on, but
yeah.
you've you put me at ease, and I appreciate
You
it.
bet, you bet. And Kenny encouraged you as well.
Yes, he did.
Yes. So awesome. What are you guys gonna do Friday evening in Carrollton?
Now, right now,
Yeah,
nothing really. Just
yeah,
go home and catch up on some shows.
yeah.
Probably make some chalupas.
Oh, nice.
The Mexican chalupas.
Yeah, that's
His
not.
mother's way of making it.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome,
it's not
excellent.
always Indian.
Yeah.
My dad has to have his rice and curry and
Yep.
things like that for
Yep.
lunch,
Yep.
but we both don't have to.
How often do you go get him the meduvadas from Sarvan Bhavan?
At least once a month.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
least once a month we go there and eat, and he has that and idlis and all of that.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
my idlis are good, but not as great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, my daughter is an idli connoisseur now. We took her to Madras, and we would eat idlis every day.
Oh, she can make them from
No,
scratch?
no, no. She cannot make
Oh,
them.
okay.
No, she can only eat them just like me.
Okay.
All right, Charlotte and Ken, enjoy your evening. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
give my regards to April and the kids.
I will do. See you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.